Welcome on the show, Thursday, Plus Sports and PlusTvAfrica. Welcome, Mokayel. Too many things have gone wrong. Like I said earlier last week on the show, when Stephen Keshi of blessed memories first came on as a Super Eagles coach, he said, come on, I don't want a Super Eagles that will say who are they playing, first off. I don't want a Super Eagles where they will say what was the scoreline. You know, he wanted a Super Eagles then that will say how many goals the Super Eagles scored to win, you know. But now we have come to a level where the Super Eagles are now scared of one team. We don't want to meet Senegal. We don't want to meet Cote d'Ivoire. We don't want to meet Cameroon. We don't want to meet Egypt. Come on, how did we get here? Really?
I don't know. We've never been afraid of anyone on the continent. We could face down anyone. The Super Eagles that I grew up watching, the Giants of Africa that I grew up loving to watch, we didn't fear the likes of Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, the teams that were really dangerous at that time. And
were they even dangerous at that time?
They were
not.
I mean, when you consider,
weren't scared of them.
When you consider that these countries, Senegal, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, they were raring to go with a young, vibrant set of players. The Didier Drogbas were just starting to rear their heads when I was growing up watching them.
Now, Francis, Ndem, and Shei are going to help us put the phone lines on the screen. And we're going to ask ourselves, how did we get here? Where we are scared of facing teams, Senegal, teams like Cote d'Ivoire, teams like Cameroon, Egypt, Algeria. How did we get here? Now, the Super Eagles are set to discover their 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifying foes when the draw for the final rounds of qualification takes place in Johannesburg. It has taken place. We're taking on teams like Cape Verde. Well, you call them minnows, but you and I know there are no minnows in football anymore, in African football.
Yes.
They're not.
I was just going to make that point that it seems that it's not that the power structure in Africa has changed drastically. Sure, we go through cycles, but it seems that a lot of investments across Africa have taken place into a lot of national teams, which is why Senegal are where they are now, which is why the likes of Morocco are as dangerous as they are. So you know now that a lot of teams, the big heavyweights, have to take notice. The number of teams that are dangerous in Africa now has expanded. We can go up against Ghana, and because they're traditional rivals, because they know how we play, because they're always a physical team to go up against, and because our style of football is not like the North Africans, it's more like an immovable object, an unstoppable object meeting an immovable force. There's just that constant headache. But then we go up north and we're facing the likes of Morocco, the likes of Egypt, the likes of Algeria, and these teams are very, very good. They've expanded on the level of development of their youngsters, and there's a path forward for those players into the national team, local and foreign-based talent. There's always a synergy of that local-based talent and foreign-based talent. Their football, their identity is set. We are struggling for an identity, and that's why we don't know what to do on the continent to defeat a lot of these teams.
Now, the hotline is on the screen, and we're asking the same questions that everybody will be asking. Should Nigeria be scared of anyone at this point? However, our team is made up of foreign-based players who play in different countries, different style, different structure. And you have said it well when you say we're struggling for an identity. What is Nigeria's identity? When Eguavoin came in, we were playing very good football. The first 3 matches we had, good football, because he went back to the wings. Geno Raw is a foreigner, is European. He deals with coming from the midfield. Where is our identity? How can we get it back?
I think whatever coach is hired has to play to the strengths of the team. In Nigeria, in Africa, especially West Africa, we rely heavily on strength, physicality, and speed.
And our boys don't have that. The boys, we're importing players.
But
They don't have that.
But we also don't have a lot of midfield ingenuity. We don't have the kinds of players that are going to take the ball, receive the ball from the defense, run right through the midfield line, and get the ball into a number 10 position, pick a pass, and slip someone in. Football has changed so drastically that we cannot continue to afford to send the ball to the wing and rely on a pacing winger who's just going to overlap and beat his man.
But
because
we have that. We've got Chukwueze. We've got Moses Simon. We've got players who can actually beat them in the wings.
You see, the problem with that logic is that when you talk about the North Africans, a lot of their players are playing in Germany.
True.
Where the midfield is where the engine lies.
They are diamond-sharp.
Yes.
Machine.
So they know how to send you back inward. They will play an expansive football. So every time you're trying to beat a man on the wing, they make the you and the line. They make you you're running literally on the throwing line, and at that point you're going to lose the ball.
I've got Raphael or whatever from Delta State. Welcome, Raphael. Hello, Raphael. I can hear you. Okay. I can't hear Raphael, but we lost him. But of course, the phone lines are still on the screen. Raphael, you can try and call back. And let's talk about this. When did we get to this level where we are scared of a team in Africa, on the continent? Before, we don't care who we're playing. We don't care who. Come on.
I think we've relied on individual brilliance for too long. We talk about on this show constantly about the never say
individual brilliance, of course not.
Yes.
Come on. But see, it was Sunday Olise that single-handedly retired Andoni Zubizarreta. We saw Okocha and what he could do. He was so good, he was nicknamed twice, JJ. We've seen these guys do things happen. And it wasn't about one person in the team. Rashidi Yekini could score, Amonike could make it happen on the wings, Amokachi could make it happen on the wings.
But that was a lot of individuals brought together, and in their era, there was so much brilliance on offer. Right now, we don't have a lot of world-class players. Kanu Nwankwo was a world-class player. Finidi George was a world-class player. JJ Okocha was a world-class player. We don't have any single world-class player right now. Even Osimhen, as strong a striker as he is, if he's not playing in the right team, he's not going to carry that team on his back and deliver for it.
Okay. We're still taking your calls. Don't forget that. We're talking about Nigeria and how did we get here. But Paris Saint-Germain is to a 3-0 victory. It angers in the French Le Championnat, but their tight party was put on hold. If Mauricio Pochettino's side had bettered Marseille's result against Nantes, the League One crown would belong to Paris Saint-Germain. I've got Abraham from Ojodu. Abraham, welcome on the show. Hello, Abraham. I think I've lost Abraham there. Okay, now a WBC champion, Tyson Fury, and challenger Dillian Whyte paid respect to each other and even shared a handshake as they met for the first time since their heavyweight bout was announced. The Britons will fight at Wembley Stadium in front of 96,000 fans on Saturday night. Fury is 33 and will make a second defense of the title he won in February 2020. Now, Dillian Whyte is 34 and kept a low profile since the fight was announced, frustrated with the splits of the purse. Now, media from around the world packed out a room at the Wembley Stadium, with many expecting a hostile, intense, and unpredictable meeting between the two fighters. Instead, there was a great deal of mutual respect and even light-hearted challenges. Okay, now, before I take Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte, I want to say a big thank you to Tayo. Tayo is the man behind the cameras. You don't see him. He makes you see us. Thank you very much, Mukail Tinubu. Thank you very much, Shayo. Thank you very, very much, Esther Uyime. Thank you very much, Francis Indem. Thank you, She. Thank you very much. Okay, I think I have a call there. Hello, can I hear you? Hello, can I hear you? Raphael, welcome back.
Good morning.
Welcome, Raphael. Welcome back.
Yeah, how are you? And how?
I'm good. What's your opinion?
Yes, I must commend your presentation this morning.
Thank you very much.
But quickly, let me go to the question you asked. If the Super Eagles of Nigeria, we need to be wary of the superpowers in African football. Certainly, we have to. To start with, we have lost it. We are only living on past glory. Super Eagles, if you recall very well, they went to the Nations Cup and it did not go down well with us. A lot of Nigerians thought Gabon would have been able to make a change. But unfortunately, they disappointed us. Going to the basic, we don't have a functional league in Nigeria. While you were discussing with your guest, you outlined or named some players. The likes of Austin Ojejo Okocha, the likes of Eguavon. You just named them. Most of them came into the limelight playing professional football right here in Nigeria. They had an identity. They had an objective. They knew the feelings of the people. But what we see these days, we have a lot of foreign-based Nigerians flock into the system, which is not good at all. If you have to invite them, you should have a limited number of them, not just having all the entire squad based abroad. If you watch the match that was played at the Abuja National Stadium, you will see that first half, prior to the first half, they were already running out of gas. Some of them you could run and they stand. The ability was not there. The strength was not there. So my appeal is our football administrators should look inward, most especially ensuring that the Nigerian Professional League becomes vibrant once again. From there, we can get a pool of players that will represent Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Raphael. That was very educative, really.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Raphael. He has to be a coach, a sports analyst, or
Well, he's hit the nail right on the head.
All through.
It's all about the league.
True that.
All of the countries that have established a project on how to build their national team have started from their leagues, improved upon it, ensured that there was a pathway for a lot of young talent to gain a lot of discipline in the culture of football that the nation represented and wanted to offer on display. And we don't have any of that.
So sad. I was saying thank you a few minutes ago. Thank you, Bukayo. I was saying thank you to Tayo. Tayo, thank you very much. Shayo, thank you very much. Esther Oyeme, thank you very, very much. I want to thank you all very much for who's helped us today. Paulo, PG, I call him the President General, Osas, is the producer of the show today, our new producer, Osas, yes. Welcome on board. Thank you very much, Shei. Thank you very much, Francis Indem. We'll show you Tyson Fury. Of course, Tyson Fury is, Dillian Whyte and Fury had a lot of respect for themselves in that press conference. Everybody wanted the lights to blow and all that, but it didn't happen. They shook hands, was not so much noise.
Fury seems to have prided himself as the second coming of Muhammad Ali, at least in trash talking. And unfortunately for a lot of people who were expecting that kind of spark, they didn't get it this time around.
And of course, Novak Djokovic avoided an upset to fellow Serbian Laslo Djere in Belgrade. That was yesterday. Join us same time tomorrow, Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. We'll show you Tyson Fury and of course Novak Djokovic. Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa, same time tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. My name is Wale Scott. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your heart, do some sports.